Welcome back to the channel. All right, Kushala in Necropolis. When I did this fight against Vision, I was like, I need to come back here once I get Kushala up and rank her up and do it. And now I'm gonna just tell you a little bit about how to play her, how this fight goes, my advice on it. I've got the whole Kushala playlist. It is on my channel. You want to check that out. And then I will be releasing my second rank 3 rank up and gameplay, talk a lot about her here. So we're gonna go over the basics here. I'll tell you what I'm doing in this fight in particular, besides getting my face punched in. Yes, it is kind of on purpose, just so you know. At least at that point it is. And then make sure you check that all out, right? The rank up and gameplay will be coming out very soon with this one. I'm so pumped up, and I'm sure you know, in case you didn't know, I got to be part of the design process for this champion with my wonderful friend, Daddy Longlegs, who designs nothing but bangers for us over here at MCoC Kabam. So, okay. Here we go. Why did I do that? Why did I let myself get hit in the face? What was going on is I did want to get to the special 3. I will tell you, I tried this fight very many times with the rank 2, and I got extremely close, but I could not get enough damage into Aarkus before he gets to that point where he roots you, and then his cold snap just became more than Kushala could handle. It just became too intense. I do wonder, now that I'm learning how to play her better, if I could have gotten it done. But she's rank 3 and she's unawakened, so like, why does it matter? Why did I go to special 3? Because when you throw the special 3, you gain 1 stack of each blessing. If you notice, she's got 3 blessings in the upper left, right? One's like a blue shield, one's like a yellow kind of fist, and then the other one is a bit of like a red running, and we'll talk about that as we go. But you're gonna gain each of those, and then you're gonna increase the duration of Kushala's future blessings by 4 seconds. Why is that a big deal? Well, because her blessings increase her ability accuracy. Just at its base, your light attacks have a 40% chance to place an indefinite ignition buff. You can see that it looks like a incinerate, but it's orange. It does nothing except give her fuel. It's really cool. Really genius design here by DLL. As you can see, we just went into our SP2, and that's going to allow us to throw our soul barb, okay? Which is obviously doing damage based on the amount of buff she has. That then ties in perfectly to go into our SP1, which will then, look, it's gonna nullify all those. We've now got 25, well, we had 25 incinerates going. You can see that's massive, massive damage. It also nullifies the power gain there of Vision Aarkus. Also at her base, she has, I believe it is a 40% energy resistance. So that's helping out a lot in this fight as well. Now, what do her blessings actually do? Like, you get it, okay, it's increasing her ability accuracy. The lights have a 40% chance to put on that ignition buff. If you're increasing that, that's increasing your chance to put on the ignition buff. Cool, I get it so far. Well, the blue one, the Blessing of Wisdom, when either champion performs a well-timed block, now it doesn't have to be a parry stun, just a well-timed block. You've seen this in my Maestro boss solos. I've talked about this quite a bit. It allows Kushala to then block unblockable attacks, which I'll talk about and show you more in the rank 3 rank up in gameplay. And then also you can block unblockable attacks from non-science champions and passively regenerate 25% of the damage taken for blocked hits. We talked about that a lot in the Maestro fights, the Maestro bosses with over 1 million health. The yellow one, the Blessing of Justice. When either champion is struck by the first hit of a heavy attack, that's why you're sometimes seeing me punish Aarkus's, watch, hopefully I do it right here, that'd be great timing. Nope, I didn't. But I'm often punishing that with a heavy attack. And then last is the Blessing of Power. When either champion intercepts the opponent, it increases the Kushala's ability power rate by 50%. Reading is hard, people, and reduces the opponent's by the same. So we do have a little bit going on there against Aarkus. It's not a ton, I don't want to overstate it, but it is helping us a little bit in this fight. And then the other part of the Blessing of Justice, the yellow, is it makes the opponent more aggressive, so it feeds in really well. She has a very high skill ask. I'm telling you, I tried this fight many times with a rank 2. I think if I had the 6-star rank 5 with the Sig 200, I think I could have got it done, but it wasn't until I went to the rank 3 and I really learned how to play her better. Like, you're seeing me even try to parry the SP1 a little bit, and then back and forth between the SP1 and the SP2. They work very nicely together. The nullify and then the soul barb and then back into the nullify. It works tremendously. And the key thing here is you want to keep up, at least for this fight in particular, at least one of each of her blessings, okay? They have the pause. Again, I'll talk more about how to play her. I'll probably even eventually do a full how to play. I'll do an essentials video on her now that I really feel like I got her and I understand her well. But in this fight in particular, where there's not a big ask out of one of the blessings, like in the Maestro fight, we really wanted up the Blessing of Wisdom for that heal back on the block. It was very important. Well, in this one, what I finally realized was I wanted to prioritize having at least one of each of them to have that massive ability accuracy. That way, every light attack is putting on one of those ignition buffs so that I can use them to nullify them and get that huge incinerate damage, or I can soul barb them and get the big damage from there, which is based on buffs. I was so excited to finally get this done. This was, what was this? I think we said 8 million health, 7 million health. I don't know, lots of millions of health. You're gonna see it takes barely over 5 minutes to completely get this done. This is her in long form content. If there's other fights in Necropolis, I think she might be able to do. You know, I'm going to be taking them on as soon as I possibly can. I'm going to get out as much Kushala content as I possibly can. This is the coolest video game experience I've ever had in my whole life, to be part of the design process with my dear friend Daddy Longlegs, who did all of this. This is all him, his genius. It is a high skill bar. I do not want to hide that from anyone. This was a high skill ask to play her very well. You're intercepting, you're punishing heavies, you're punishing specials. Well-timed blocking. I think we're all getting better at that. We're getting better at that. But if you play her well, you can get phenomenal results. I'm going to continue to show you more. Make sure you check out the playlist. Hit like, hit subscribe, and share this out with folks if you can, because Kushala is amazing and we are just getting started. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.